Hello, all. I have Fire in the Ham. This is what I think is a somewhat infamous beer from Jack's Abbey. They call it Fire in the Ham because it's a Rauchbier. Very, very, very smoky beer. But what's cool is that it's pale. It's like a very big malty Helles, not quite fest beer territory. This is 5.4% alcohol. And this is brewed with rye malt, which I never knew if they used that before. But I've had this for many years. It's been kind of rare the last few years, so I haven't gotten it every year, but it's just a very special beer. It's probably the smokiest pale lager in America. One of the smokiest I've ever had. Because Schlenkerla, the well-known Bamberg, Germany smoke beer brewer, their Helles is not really smoky at all, just a teeny bit. And this one, a lot of people hate it. In Rauchbier in general, it's kind of a love-hate style because they use so much. So smoked malt is malt that has been dried over wood fires, and it gets a really, really big smoked meat, wood fire sort of thing going on. And this is very highly carbonated. Bottom of my glass is a little bit dirty, but yeah, nice big head. And they say it's part of their Keller series now, but they've been making Fire in the Ham ever since before that. And maybe in the past they left it a little less unfiltered because that's like pretty darn hazy. And yeah, once you open this, it just smells kind of like ham, basically. They use beechwood smoked malt, I believe, which doesn't give the sort of intense char that you get from oak, or especially peat. Peat will be like smoky like scotch, which has that weird iodine thing. But there's just like so many crazy esters and flavors that are unleashed when you use smoked malt. It smells like actual campfire, and it has this almost like Band-Aid quality that comes from these weird phenols that you get from the smoke, I think. It's somewhat fruity too. It's almost cherry-like or something. But very woody and it smells like sweet cigars, but not kind of unflavored ones. It's a little bit like opening up a bag of fresh tobacco. And there's not much hops going on, even though this is pretty fresh, I think. Canned, oh yeah, this is canned a month ago. If you just looked at this beer, you'd not expect it to smell like that. Pretty big body, nice sweetness, but it gets even smokier somehow on the tongue. It's really like having the campfire in your mouth. And the carbonation is keeping it from being I think it'll be less sweet once it warms up, more sweet once it warms up, and the carbonation dies down a little bit. But when it's super cold like this, it's a really cool sensation. Because it has all those savory, intense qualities, but then a nice sweetness, but it's still dry in the finish. And just lingers with flavors you wouldn't ever expect you could get from a beer. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people are just freaked out by smoky drinks. A lot of people can handle smoked malt in a dark beer, like a small amount, but this beer probably uses mostly smoked malt, and same with the ones from Schlenkerla. A really nice big body in this beer. And it would probably be a little bit softer if the carbonation weren't so crazy. But Jack's Abbey manages to get these soft feels with like a silky carbonation in a lot of their beers. I think they're basically all spunded and naturally carbonated, which has some benefits for the beer. Apparently, that's how Jack's Abbey just makes extremely consistent beer that has like basically no oxidation almost ever. I should buy a can of like house lager and age it for like 2 years and see if it tastes any different. I really loving this beer, especially this time of year when I still kind of want something pale besides that intense smokiness and just a little bit of sweetness and more oomph. This is like I just love this beer. It's like 4.75 for me. This batch seems like it's more intense in every way than last batches, probably because it's so fresh and unfiltered. But last time I had it was maybe 3-4 years ago. It's hard to find. It's only really close to the brewery, or you can get it at the brewery. I think, ooh, like vanilla flavors are coming in. Yeah, like toasted marshmallow in a way. Yeah, charred but not in a dessert sweet way. Yeah, love this beer.